If you are looking at Cricut Joy Xtras and not sure if this is a machine for you, then keep watching because I'm going to tell you what this machine will do. Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the crafter and designer behind this channel, and I'm here to help you get the best of your Cricut machine and become your own designer. And today we're talking about the Cricut Joy Xtra. I've had my machine since Christmas. It was a bargain, got it in the sales for £150. I've been looking at them for a while, but just thought they seemed quite expensive, even though I was curious to see if this machine was good enough for what I wanted it to do. Currently today, as I'm videoing, obviously prices change all the time. They're on Amazon for £179.99. That's UK pounds. I'll drop the link to that below. But at times they've been up way over £200, which I just didn't know if it was worth it because I thought it's a smaller Cricut machine. Is it going to do less? Is it going to be slower? So this is what I found, and this is what this machine does. And this may help you if you're trying to make that decision of whether to invest or not. So who's the Cricut Joy Xtra for? Well, I wouldn't say it's just a hobbyist. I'd say you could still use this if you were a serious crafter. There's crafters that have their own business, that have multiple machines. This would fit right into that. If your business is print and cut, cutting SVGs, then this machine is every bit as good as the Cricut Maker. In fact, I think it cuts stickers better. Since the update, my Maker's been hit and miss. I keep altering the settings. The Cricut Joy Xtra's been brilliant. So this is an A4 cutter. So that means it's going to fit onto an A4 mat. So I'll show you the two mats so that you can see the comparison. This is the mat for the Cricut Maker. This is a Cricut Joy mat. You can see there that that's how much less cutting space you get. You can also get the longer 8, because they're 8 wide, these are 12. You can get the 8x24 mats, and you can get smart materials to cut vinyl as long as you want. So it still cuts long projects. It's the width. Now, the only time that I've ever used this is if I've made an outline for a scrapbooking page. It's not something I use. So when I first started crafting, I still do buy some 12x12 cardstock because I love the colours. But where I can, I do buy A4 anyway. A4 fits on that. If you're a sticker maker, print and cut feature is A4 anyway. So all you need is a Cricut Joy Xtra. In terms of quality of cut, I've been using both of these machines since Christmas side by side. And I tend to alternate my projects on which machine I use at either side of my desk, and there is no difference in quality. If anything, the Cricut Maker is slightly quicker, but the Cricut Joy Xtra is every bit as good. And what can you cut with this machine? So you can print and cut with it. So this is an example of my new Farmyard cow alphabet. The quality, I don't use the Cricut quality settings anyway because I don't think they're good enough. So what I tend to do when I print and cut a project is you send it to your printer. So you need a printer to go with your Cricut Joy Xtra, and that's what sometimes people get a bit confused of if they're completely new to crafting, see the print and cut feature and think the machine will do both. It won't. What you do with the Cricut Maker and the Joy Xtra is you connect it to your printer, and then you can use the Cricut settings and send it to your printer. It will print then cut. But you've also got this feature where you can choose your printer settings, go in and choose best quality. I would always do that no matter whether I was using my Maker or my Joy. I don't like the Cricut software settings. For me, they just never seem to come out as nice. And there is my cow alphabet that I've cut out on the Cricut Joy Xtra. So it's brilliant for print and cut projects. So you can make cake toppers, cards, stickers, magnets. I have cut magnet paper with it, cut it through fine. I made this scrapbooking layout with it. So this scrapbooking layout is photos. This one's a bit overexposed, but that was my editing. All of these elements were all made on the Cricut Joy Xtra. So even if you're working on a bigger project, if you are cutting smaller elements that will fit on your A4 project, you're absolutely fine because that will work. So I also make sticker sheets, and a sticker sheet I've made recently, I will drop the link to this below, is these foil stickers. Now with the foil stickers you need extra equipment. There is a foiling tool that you can get to go with your Cricut. I don't really like it. It's cheap. It's worth giving it a go for £20–30, and it's a tool that uses pressure to apply foil to projects, but I feel like it's very hit and miss. You've got to get your foil dead tight. It's got to be perfect. It's very time consuming. I've got a LaserJet printer, which is black ink. It's a mono printer, and then I use my laminator to heat foil. And I made this project using my LaserJet mono printer, my laminator, which was £20 from Amazon, and I made the stickers on the Cricut Joy. And these are kiss cut and die cut. So what that means is you've got a die cut around the edge, we've cut the stickers out, and we've got kiss cut on the middle so that you can peel the stickers off. So that is a feature. If you do that on your Cricut Maker, or that's something you want to make stickers, you can do that on the Cricut Joy. So you can make colour stickers and you can make foil stickers, but you do need extra printers. Both of those are separate printers. So they're things that you need to be aware of. So I want to print and cut. You're going to need the Cricut Joy Xtra, but you need a printer. I want to foil. You either need the foil tool, which is inexpensive, or you need a LaserJet printer, which is a different kind of printer with a laminator. So they're things you've got to take into consideration, because somebody messaged me last week and she'd bought a Cricut Joy and thought that it was an all-in-one thing and it made stickers too. It doesn't print. So that's just something you've got to consider. Most of us have got printers in our homes. My printer that I make my print and cut colour stickers with is just a normal grade. It was like, I don't know, £90, £100, if that, and that makes stickers perfectly. And this is an example of stickers that you can make with your Cricut Joy. So I've made lots of stickers with my Cricut Joy. I can't remember if I made these in the Cricut Joy Maker, because I wouldn't be able to tell the difference unless I went through my videos. But you can see there that they're great. They come out really, really well. So print and cut is, if you're a print and cutter that wants to make cake toppers, cards and stickers, then this machine is brilliant. It's also great for making magnets. So magnets, again, is a print and cut project, and you use magnet paper. So it's quite a thin paper that is magnetic on the back, and that is brilliant for making fridge magnets and magnet cards, bookmarks, and you can make those with the Cricut Joy Xtra. The Cricut Joy Xtra also writes and draws. I don't use that feature just because if I want text, I use print and cut, because you can put a pen in and do the draw feature, but you can also do a draw effect with print and cut and print it out, and it is just quicker, because that's something to me that does take a long time. But if you want to do that, you can. If you're interested in drawing and writing, then I have actually got a tutorial of how to make kids colouring pages. You don't even use a machine, but how to make them in Cricut Design Space. So I'll share the link to that below, because that's just a really easy hack of how to make an easy colouring page for kiddies. Then it also cuts SVG. So SVG files are files where you cut card, and you can see here. So this is a combination of a print and cut. So I print and cut the pattern. I cut out my 2025 on glitter cardstock, and that is an example of cutting out an SVG. I also cut out my words and my picture frames. The photos were all print and cut and made with stickers. So that they're all examples of things that you can do with the Cricut Joy Xtra, SVG and PNG. An example of some of the things you can make using the print and the cut features are making custom labels. So you can make labels and cut them out and write on them, or you can make them print and cut. You can make kids reward charts stickers. You can make business stickers. You can make planner stickers. So there's so many different things you can use using that. Another thing you can do if you want to use HTV. Now, HTV is a heat transfer vinyl, and you've got different types. You've got glitter, you've got plain, you've got metallic, you've got puff. There's loads. And that's when you can make a t-shirt and you put vinyl on, so that you could put a word or an image, and people use that with vinyl and a heat press. And lots of people use those to make t-shirts and make logos, and it's a great little side project that people make. Lever sweaters, personalised baby grows, tote bags. I recently made a lovely little makeup bag with knockout text, so I'll drop the link to that below. So you can do so much with permanent vinyl and HTV vinyl. So you can put vinyl on cups and plates because there's permanent vinyl. You can cut it out for window decals, car stickers, and you can use the HTV on garments. So they're really great features. And as an overall of all of the things it cuts, it will cut vinyl, it will cut card, it will cut paper, it will cut sticker paper. So for most crafts, if you are working around paper crafting, scrapbooking or card making or decorating garments, then it does all that. You don't need a maker for those. So you can save quite a bit of money and spend that extra money on materials. So the things it won't do that does, and this is because of some of the different attachments that you can get, some of the blades you can get for the maker, but it depends on your crafting, because these are all things that I don't do. So you can't cut fabric, wood, leather, you can't engrave, you can't deboss and use the scoring wheel. It doesn't have a knife blade, so again, that's the leather, the fabric, the wood. So there are a range of things that it won't do. So if you're going to want to be cutting fabric, leather and wood, or engraving or debossing, then this machine won't be for you. But do you know something? I've had my Maker 10 years and probably cut fabric twice on it. So it just depends. But the things that it doesn't do, I wouldn't use my Maker for anyway, because I feel like I haven't cut leather on it because it's not a project or not a thing I do as a craft project. It's worth the extra money. But if you're looking at stickers and cards, this is the machine for you. So while there are restrictions on this machine, obviously the benefit of it is that it's cheaper. I love the Maker. As I say, I've had Makers and Explorers for 10 years and I do use it all the time. But I just wanted to highlight to you that unless you want to use it for those things, which people do, and in the craft groups, some people foil all the time with it. Well, I don't even attempt that. I've invested in a foiling machine, which was £100 and £20 for a laminator, because if I'm going to make the foil cards, if I want to make foil tickets, I want them to be perfect and I don't want to be worrying about inconsistencies. Some people say they don't have any. A lot have problems. So the reason I wanted to share the things it did is because it's such a big decision. You want a crafting machine, you're either a hobbyist or you want to start to set up a small business and make a few things to sell. Don't go too wide, because if you go too wide and you're cutting everything, I mean, if you're thinking, right, I'm going to cut wood and leather and make wood and leather things, get a laser machine, because you can do it in bulk, you can do it bigger, you can do it quicker. If you're thinking, right, I want to do a little business doing stickers or making banners or birthday cards or whatever it is you want to make, and do keep it niche and get a name for yourself as making one thing, and that's how people recognize you as a crafter and a designer. But whatever you make, it's just about having the right machine for you. Card making is one of my favorite projects. I thought I'd just show you a few cards that you can make. All of these I've got tutorials on. You don't have to go and watch them, but it might just help you decide whether you need a Joy or a Maker, because all of these can be made on the Cricut Joy. So this is a bride and groom card designed in Cricut Design Space, could be cut on either machine. This is a floral mum card. That's all in the design. What the machine does is the machine cuts it. You're the designer, you're the creative one behind it. And no matter what machine you've got, it's you that puts in the creativity. The machine is just the tool to cut it out. And I think sometimes we overthink it and think we've got to have that machine and we've got to have the most expensive machine they got, which is amazing, but you don't always need it. You could always, if you really want it, upgrade to it, but you do have choices and options. And all of these could be made on either machine. So this was made on the Joy Xtra. I'm trying to remember what I made on the Joy Xtra and what I made on the Maker. I genuinely can't remember because, as I say, any of them could be made on either. I hope that helps. I'm not here to give you the hard sell for the Cricut Joy Xtra, but as you can see, I am a bit of a super fan. I'm also a super fan of the Cricut Maker. But what I want to get across to people is that if, like me, your world and your crafting world is going to be surrounded by print and cut and paper cutting, then this machine will do the job and it will do it magnificently. Any questions, please do let me know in the comments and I will try to answer what I want. As I say, I'm not anti Cricut Maker. I love my Cricut Maker, but I just want to highlight that sometimes everybody thinks it's all about the machine. The machines are great, the machines are a powerful tool, but you are the designer, you are the person that's going to make it work and make it happen. So you've just got to look at what it can do and you do the rest. And on a final note, A4 cardstock and glitter cardstock is cheaper. So if you're only going to cut those sizes, even if you've got the Maker, you can still cut with the A4 card and paper stock. So thank you so much for listening. I hope it's helped you make up your mind. I hope I've not confused you even more. But as I say, any questions, just drop them below or message me. I will see you next time and happy crafting.